Welcome to April at ecancer. I'm Gordon McVie, I'm the editor, and we have a very varied menu for you today, and I'll just go through it very fast. Two headlines from long-standing friends and supporters and editors of ecancer. First of all, a paper on tobacco. Still around, still killing people, still the major carcinogen known in the world. But this is a paper from Richard Sullivan at King's College London, and he is looking at tobacco use in conflict zones. And his paper is focusing on Iraq, but the lessons learned there are transferable to Afghanistan, to Syria. The bottom line is that nicotine addiction arises in conflict zones for obvious reasons, and the use of tobacco goes up, and of course the subsequent cancers will go up and up as well. The big tobacco, who are making still billions of profits from peddling their cancer sticks, are of course in these conflict zones, and they are selling off tobacco, which is being declined in increasing numbers, thankfully, certainly in the Western world. Some positive results of tobacco dependence withdrawal projects are recorded by Richard, and so it's not entirely doom and gloom. And then another stalwart supporter from the European Institute of Oncology, the man who writes every year the conference report on Gallen and many other things, Giuseppe Curilano. This year's Gallen report, you may have read it already in the ecancer. It's always a favourite because we get out with the kind of headlines of the Gallen conference ahead of anybody else. And this year, one of his colleagues, Dr. Marigi, who's a surgeon at the IEO, has written the conference report. The main reason being that the Umberto Veronese Award, just set up this year of course, at Gallen, has been awarded to Giuseppe Curilano. Congratulations from the whole ecancer team. Then a couple of papers. The single case report on the uveal melanoma comes from Dr. Sue in Canada in the Dalhousie Institute. And they describe the combination of brachytherapy and surgery for the treatment of uveal melanoma. And then a little bit further down from North America to South America, we have a lovely paper summarizing the Peruvian experience of cancer of the penis subdivision melanoma. And that 20-year study came from Dr. Habiles from the National Cancer Institute in Peru. Now, the most interesting paper that I learned most from in this month's ecancer came from a cluster of specialists who are involved in a different kind of physical therapy. The authors come from Peter Bent Brigham Hospital and 3 institutes in Italy, the European Institute of Oncology in Milan, the Humanitas Institute in Milan, and the Cancer Institute in Ferrara. The really interesting take-home message for me was that I know nothing about this field. I know nothing about the ability of these physical techniques to completely ablate 4 by 4 centimetre cancers in liver and in adrenal metastases, in difficult parts of the body where the images are very difficult to get at. And the science is building up, interdependent with the development of PET-CT and with sophisticated ultrasound, which is improved dramatically by the use of microbubbles to produce a more intense and a more detailed photograph of the ultrasound. There are 4 really interesting case reports using targeted approaches to these individual cancers, men and women, with remarkable results. The technology of imaging is revolutionized the way that interventional radiology can approach single metastases or multiple metastases anywhere. And what's challenging now is to get away from doing everything through high intensity focused ultrasound, which is what Franco Orsi brought from China into Europe, and to now use sophisticated ultrafine probes under guidance from these imaging techniques to get at any cancer anywhere, and then deliver either microwave heat, and then where it's appropriate physiologically or geographically in the body, the use of cryosurgery delivered and redelivered, as you'll read in this extraordinary paper. This whole modality of innovative, investigative and therapeutic radiology is here to stay. They've come through puberty and they are providing another access to difficult to treat cancers, which frankly people of my generation would never have dreamt of. If you're fond of the e-learning button, then you'll be glad to know that there's another 7 educational videos for surgeons in training, which have been put up under the title Core Surgery modules. And this is a joint effort with the School of Surgery here in Bristol. These are really good modules. They're not just about oncology, and they complement the ePOSSUM modules, which you'll already have seen. If you're not a regular e-learning button clicker, then there are several hundred teaching modules there, either for yourself or for your students and for your colleagues. There is no doubt that if there's one regular author who brings his own coterie of supporters to ecancer every month, it's Bishal Gyawali, who is our resident blogger from Nepal. And this month, look about the arrogance of preventive oncology, protecting our prostates from the PSA tests, and financial toxicity of cancer treatment. So if you read nothing else, then read the blog for fun and read about tobacco and the imaging papers, and applaud Giuseppe Cirilano once more for the first Umberto Veronese Award from St. Gallen. Thanks.